Well, welcome again to another edition of John's Media World Extra. A little down when we're talking about a nuclear war, it always brings me down. Just a little bit. We haven't talked about nuclear catastrophes in a long time, wiping each other out, but we're at that point now. And as we had mentioned on this show so many other times before, I was one of the very first people in the country to call Donald Trump a madman because he is truly a madman. I was the first one in the country to say or declare our country under a dictatorship. Now we're all coming to the realization that he's a madman. He is. And now everybody's kind of wondering, well, what do we do about this? All right. Let's start off with somebody we watched a lot of way back on MSNBC, Keith Olbermann. Great commentary, great insights into politics. They let him go, and he's got his podcast. He's on social media with his commentary as well, and I'm going to play a comment right now in regards to what he thinks about the possible nuclear disaster in Iran and other things. So let's check out Keith Olbermann.
So, nuclear war on Tuesday? In the new Monday Countdown podcast, the other part of Dementia J. Trump's vile, multi-religion, blasphemous Easter post is the operative part. Quote, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day. Quote, there will be nothing like it. Quote, you'll be living in hell. Quote, just watch. Followed 4 hours and 35 minutes later by, quote, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And phone calls to his media stenographers. If there's no deal Monday, he's, quote, blowing up the whole country. And, quote, I am blowing up everything over there. That is a threat to use tactical nuclear weapons in Iran. And even if it's just a threat, or even if the nuclear part is just hyperbole, it is still a threat to use massive amounts of conventional ordnance. But Trump, of course, has longed to use nuclear weapons. Since the first term, he was asking his generals then why we had them if we didn't use them. And, of course, he is crazy. Quote, I know him and he has gone insane. Marjorie Taylor Greene said that. Oh, and her postscript was, our president is not a Christian. And it's all about the Strait of Hormuz, which Trump said was irrelevant and would open itself, and about which he has now held 28 different public positions in the last 35 days. So here we are. Tomorrow is either Taco Tuesday or Thermonuclear Tuesday. Have a nice day, and please enjoy the new Monday Countdown podcast wherever you podcast while you still can.
All right, there you go. Keith Olbermann. Wow. All right. You know the status. You know where we're at. He's talked about all of the angles, everything we've been discussing here in social media for the last day. And it's crazy. You know, even Trump's madness can't be contained in his most ironic statement to date. I'm going to play that for you because I thought, well, what the heck? I mean, this guy kind of spells it out for us here. So, well, let's hear it from his own lips. All right, so let me just cue this up. Again, I'm producing the show on my own, so no complaints. All right, here we go. Da-da.
Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. So hopefully it could be over with quickly. Again, there are lots of different alternatives. We have many alternatives. We could leave right now, and it would take them 15 years to rebuild what they have. We could leave right now. But I want to finish it up. Iran, ready, cannot have a nuclear weapon. They are lunatics, and you can't put nuclear weapons in the hands of a lunatic.
That's it. Right there. You can't do it. You can't put nuclear weapons in the hands of a lunatic. Madman Trump. Lunatic Trump. He's got his hands on nuclear weapons. And we don't know what he's going to do next. Now, Iran is panicking just a little bit here. They've got the population out there panicking, and they're trying to help a little bit. Now, we'll see if this is an effective way to save their power plants. Iranians have come out and circled their power plants with their bodies. hoping that some sanity will exist where there is none. So let's take a look at what that looks like here. I've got a clip of it. Lines of cars, a lot of people surrounding the power plant to save it, and hopefully no one will want to bomb it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, Jesse Wells, who is a known songwriter, singer-songwriter, he's done a lot of protest songs. The only person who has done protest songs really, truly about the situations that are going on right now in social media and on the news. His latest is entitled Better to Die in Iran. It's crazy stuff, but I'm going to play this for you only because I'm going to test whether I'm allowed to play this. This is, something that I'm worried about for rights and all this. I don't want to steal anything from Jesse Wells, but I really do want to play this song for you. So I think you're going to enjoy this only because the message, I think, is to the point and right.
33rd day of the new Burma War. The April Fools came out and said, wait, there's more. Unlike anything you've ever seen before, an unstoppable military force. Just be sure to check the lint traps on the USS Ford while the parents of the dead beg. Finish the job, hurry. Just whose anger is it? An Operation Epic Fury. They say that it's better to die in Iran for your country and your pride than to live in a nation that would ask you to be kind. Better to die in Iran, to go out in style than to prosecute a rapist or convict a pedophile. Better to die in Iran, to go down in the fight than to accept that the future might not be all white. Better to die in Iran than to cure the nation's hunger. Take their supreme leader, make him 30 years younger. They're a threat, but not a threat. We've already won, we're still winning. Rather fly around the moon than to ever stop the killing. Better to die.
That's it. Jesse Wells, his latest, Better to Die in Iran. Now, let's continue this discussion. This is some crazy stuff that I managed to find here. This is something from InfoWars. Alex Jones, right? I mean, we are resorting to InfoWars and commentary from Alex Jones at this point. And one of his guests, I don't know who the guest is, and I don't care. But the commentary is very, very interesting because it kind of it goes around the impeachment talks that we're hearing currently from everybody, and especially some Democrats proposing to impeach him now. But anyway, let's listen to InfoWars and Alex Jones's guest. I think he's the guy that comes up with this idea.
Compared to existential threat. How do we 25th Amendment is asked?
The problem is to get the 25th Amendment is harder than impeachment. You have to get 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate.
So what do we do?
Tackle Trump and let him pretend he's president and publicly report that he's going through a health issue and Vance take over. It literally needs to be something like that. It's that bad.
I've known you a long time. You've never called for an internal coup before.
ever. But that's how dangerous this is. That's how risky it is for the whole world.
Yeah, if I was the Democrats, I'd stop poking Trump and messing with him. That only makes it worse. Like, you guys need to watch out. This isn't a guy acting like he's crazy. This is real.
Well, what's there going to be to take over in 2026 or 2028 if this hits the fan? If we get it, he's threatening an extinction level event for the people of Iran tomorrow. Does nobody think there'll be any blowback from that? If he follows through on that, the whole world is screwed.
You were saying during the break, there's other ways to do this. People need to not just tell him the truth, like Susie Walsh said. It's time to just not. I mean, say what you just said.
Yeah, well, legally and constitutionally, the vice president is an independent elected official. The same as legally and constitutionally, the only oath any member of the military takes, any member of the State Department takes, any member of the intelligence community
and it goes on and on. But it is kind of interesting that Alex Jones on InfoWars is actually entertaining the idea of an internal coup of the administration instead of waiting around an impeachment or trying to get the vice president involved or maybe pretending that Trump is president, let him think he is, but really not let him run the country. I don't know, a lot of ifs, a lot of weird possibilities here that don't seem to make any sense to me, but what the hell, right? All right. That's it for today. I thought at least these elements of what is going on currently were important enough to at least get out there and pass this information along to you. We've got a big show tomorrow. I want to talk a little bit about religion in this particular administration. What they are Christian nationalists, and there are differences. I heard something on public radio today on point, and it was just an amazing revelation, and that is that J.D. Vance is more of a dominionist, which means he wants every country, everywhere, to be Christian. That's a dominionist. He's not waiting for the rapture. He's not setting that up. He doesn't really believe in that. He really believes that he's on a, let's say the word crusade, to change everybody into Christians. And I want to kind of get into that story tomorrow. I'm John Peterson. This is John's Media World Extra. Try and have a good day. All right?